So this is probably the fastest phone in this price range, and this is the iQOO Neo 7 Pro. And it comes with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, dedicated gaming chip, 50 megapixel camera with OIS and 120 watt fast charging. All of this for a rumored price of 31,999 during the sales. And here's a bold statement. This year is going to be the comeback of flagship killer. You know that Snapdragon 870 phone that we used to get under 30,000? That's gonna be back. By the way, this video is made in collaboration with iQOO. Now, the iQOO Neo 7 Pro comes with a big box. You know what it means. You get the phone, a rubber case, some paperwork, 120 watt charger and a Type-C to Type-C cable. Now here's an interesting thing I like about this charger. See, this is my Windows laptop and I can even fast charge my laptop using this charger. So basically this 120 watt charger supports PD charging, which simply means you can fast charge all other PD devices with this one charger. Now there are three very interesting things about the iQOO Neo 7 Pro, but before we get to that, the iQOO Neo 7 Pro comes with this orange leather back design. It looks poppy. And you get this circular finish around the camera. So if you tilt your phone, you see the light dances around the circle. You also get a polycarbonate frame. Overall, the phone feels premium in the hand. And on the front, you get a 6.78-inch 10-bit Full HD Plus AMOLED display. Now the display is top-notch, like it is 120 Hz and it feels smooth, like when you open and close the app like this. Also, it's a bright display, so it goes 1300 nits peak brightness. And a good thing is, you can watch HDR videos on YouTube. But now, if you go to Netflix, you get the same HDR support. So see, side by side, if you watch the same movie on Netflix with and without HDR, you can see on the HDR side, the actress's face is not blown out. It's properly lit and the entire color in the scene is far, far better. Also, you get Scotch Sensation glass protection. Also, you get less flickering on the display for night. But the three interesting things about this phone is, number one, performance. Like see, this is the iQOO Neo 7 in the middle with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And we have this Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phone and again a flagship phone with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And we ran AnTuTu on them side by side multiple times. And this iQOO Neo 7 Pro scored about 13 lakh, like let alone Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It is even better than Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 phone. The deal here is you get an additional gaming chip in this phone, which is sort of an extra GPU for the display and games, hence it scores quite high on AnTuTu. We even did a CPU throttling test which pushes the CPU to 100% and the scores were really good. You also get 8GB LPDDR5 RAM and 128GB UFS 3.1 storage. But now you'll be like, Pratik, that's just number and benchmarks. What about real life? Well, we tried multiple games on it. First, let's go with BGMI. So we'll play at 60 FPS HDR graphics, which is the maximum that you can go. Also, you have something called as motion control. So basically, let me show you. I'll just put tilt right. And now in the game, I can just do this and the feature is good, my game can get better. Feature is good. So basically you get like a 4013mm square large vapor chamber over here. That's why if you see, the temperature here is quite low, like it is 34, 35. So now we'll play my favorite game, Genshin Impact, and we'll push the settings to medium and 60 FPS. And due to this additional chip inside the phone, iQOO can do frame interpolation. So in basic words, it can take the Genshin Impact 60 FPS game and push it to 90 FPS by just duplicating the frames. So the overall gameplay will feel more smoother. Now in certain games like BGMI, it can push it to even more 120 FPS. And number two is camera. You get a 50 megapixel main camera with OIS. Now it has the same sensor as the expensive iQOO 11. You get the same 50 megapixel Samsung GN5 sensor. Right off the bat, the colors are good. Even if you zoom in on the photos, there's enough details. Like see here, this one, you can see the details on my beard. And since the main sensor is good, you can even do 2x on the main camera and take good portrait photos. Even in low light, the camera app takes some time but gives really good colors and sharp pictures. You also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and it gets good colors, but if you zoom in on the pictures, it's a bit soft. Of course, you get a 2 megapixel macro camera. And you get a 16 megapixel front selfie camera that can record in 1080p 30 fps. I mean, like, it's 2023 and no 4K. Anyways, selfies come out nice. It's like Vivo's selfie tech. However, I found some of the selfies had slight over sharpening. Overall, I found the main camera to be very good. The rest of the camera is decent for the price. Number 3 is software. Now this comes with Android 13 right out of the box. iQOO is promising 2 years of Android updates and 3 years of security update. So you'll get updates until Android 15. But I think the main thing with iQOO software has been bloatware and ads. So this comes with very few bloatwares. There is no V-App Store and all of that. You do get Snapchat, Netflix and all. However, these are very common apps. You can use them or just uninstall them. Also, you get hot apps and hot games, so you can just long press settings, turn it off, easy peasy. And the surprising thing was, while setting up the phone, I got an option to choose the search engine. I think it is for the iQOO browser, and as of now in my limited usage, I didn't get any browser notification, but you can just go here and turn off all browser notification. Now iQOO has also added few new features, like see, if you go to the gallery, you can select some sensitive photos and hide them. You can access all those photos here, put the password, back to it. But there's one feature I really love. See, I'm starting screen recording. Now suppose I open that same hidden gallery folder and now I'm entering my PIN. It's 123456, the safest password. Now, if I look at the screen recording, see, it is entirely black at the part where I entered the PIN. So basically, there's this password protection option. Once it's enabled, any screen recording app or screenshot app cannot take photos or record screen while you are entering any PIN or password. It's a good feature and it's enabled by default. So overall, I would say we need some time with the device, but initially I didn't find any bugs or as such. Rest, you get 120-watt fast charging, so it can charge 100% in around 25 to 30 minutes. And if you want a quick charge, you can get it to 50% in just 8 minutes. You also get IP52, so it's splash proof and all of that. You get all the important sensors. There's 8 bands of 5G. Also, there's no NFC. And you get an IR blaster on the top, so you can turn on the AC at your home or your neighbor's home, or turn off the projector at college. I mean, cool stuff. Life hacks. Now, overall, here's what I understood. See, if you want a phone purely for gaming, high performance tasks, and a phone with good display for media consumption, it is one of the best phones in this price range. Now, we just got to know the pricing of the iQOO Neo 7 Pro. It has launched for 34,999, and during the sales with exchange discount and all of that, you can get it for as low as 31,999. If you pre-book it, you get like a 2 years warranty. Overall, that's like a really aggressive pricing for Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Also, we recently did a service center review of 5 most popular smartphone brands. So we saw that iQOO phones can also be serviced at Vivo Service Center. So there are plenty of service center. And on that note, this is Pradeep signing off. See ya in the next video.